It's the Treehouse.
Are you gentlemen familiar with the young lady who calls herself Sophie Rain?
No.
All right. Well, chances are one of you's lying. Although, of the three of us, it makes sense that I'd be the one that knows that Sophie Rain is an OnlyFans model.
I mean, you probably network with your OnlyDans site.
You have to collab these days.
Uh-huh.
Got to collab. The reason I know who Sophie Rain is isn't just because she's an OnlyFans model. I know who Sophie Rain, the OnlyFans model, is because I follow the news. She is the model.
Sure.
It's true. Shut up.
You watch it for the articles? Isn't that what it is?
Google alerts.
I do not have her on Google alerts. I do not have. I've never even watched anything on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I know who she is because her name has been in the news for a while.
Uh-huh.
The first time I'm not even going to bother denying you anymore. I don't. Okay, so shut up. I'm just across the board denial. Just consider me like a White House press secretary. I'm not answering your questions anymore, you idiot Ducey from Fox News. She is the OnlyFans model that made headlines recently because in 1 year she has raked in $43 million. Actually, I may have that number incorrect. I think it is correct. $43 million. She has made more money than a number of professional athletes just by running an OnlyFans account. Pretty impressive. And then just the other day we talked about her because she has one client in particular that has gifted her $4.7 million. That's just from one guy.
Wow.
And the reason we know this is because she'll occasionally, I guess, do Twitch streams. So things that are not adult content, she'll just do regular safe for work stuff, I guess, and talk to people. I don't know. Again, I don't know because I've never seen it. But in one of her videos, she posted thanking specifically one of her benefactors, sugar daddy, whatever, for gifting her, nearly $5 million just by himself. But that's not where the story ends because, again, I like to have the juxtaposition, right? I like the two things coming together that don't necessarily go together. Turns out Sophie Rain, the millionaire OnlyFans model, is also a very devout Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. And she says that to her OnlyFans content does not conflict with Christian values. She says the Lord's very forgiving. I just wonder if the Lord is one of the handles of one of her sugar daddies on OnlyFans. Or if one of her members actually goes by the name Jesus just to make her feel better.
Or she's Catholic.
Since I don't know much about her, I'm going to consider that a possibility as well. Thank you, Trey. At just 20 years old, Sophie Rain is making a life-changing yearly income of over $43 million. I can't even process that, but I guess her bank account can. Despite what some may be quick to judge, she is not ashamed to say she's turned the massive profit by posting revealing and sometimes explicit content on her OnlyFans page. The online model recently made headlines after sharing her year-over-year income on X, formerly Twitter. Thankful is the word she put to the matter, and she's not been afraid to take on any doubtful replies. She says, "You can call me whatever you want." She wrote that in response to a post debating whether or not people should consider her a model. She says, "I will be laughing my way to the bank." Well, she's not wrong there. The Floridians' indifference to hate isn't just a front she raises on social media. Speaking to People magazine exclusively, the internet celebrity says negative notes hardly deter her from posting behind a paywall for her millions of followers. Instead, it energizes her to keep pulling together the content.
Can we see what she looks like?
You got a phone? Look it up.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh,
I don't want there to be a trail. I'll look it up later.
She's kind of has I mean, she got big cans and but
She's a cute
she's not
girl, but
a
she's not
10.
she's
I
not the
mean,
prettiest woman you've ever seen, but she's certainly not ugly. All right,
no.
here you go, Raj. I'll show you a photo of her. There you go. That's her.
Oh, okay.
Brown hair, brown eyes. I guess kind of exotic-ish looking. Little nose ring, like Trey said. She's got big boobs. No shocker there. And she
You
got
can totally see where she pulls off the schoolgirl thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that's her.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. But again, she doesn't think that this any of this conflicts with her Christian values. Pretty interesting, right?
It's one of those things I would be fascinated to learn. Like you said, there's one guy who's given her what 4.7 million.
Yep.
It's like I have known dancers that would tell me that they would make more. They had guys that would like set appointments, weekly appointments with them. And it was just to go in there and talk. Like they would just sit there and talk for 2 hours. They didn't get dances. They didn't do anything. And that's where they made thousands a week, is just like talking and, just being friendly.
Yeah.
And
it's even amazing. I saw a headline somewhere that said Stephen A. Smith, someone who likes to throw his mouth around places that you wish he wouldn't. But for some reason, he commented on this situation, and he said something about that one benefactor. It's like, well, that must be the horniest man. That must be the horniest man in America if he's donating 4.7 million. It's like, the dude ain't horny. You know what that is? That's a guy giving a girl almost $5 million because he likes talking to her, and she doesn't. She's not a bitch to him. He spent $4.7 million because she's pretty and she talks nice to him. That's why. But in the story, she even says that her current lifestyle strikes a noteworthy contrast against her background. She says she grew up poor. Her family struggled throughout her childhood and often got by on food stamps. Her parents are also devout Christians, and she attended church with them every Sunday. And she says that has not faded from her life. Her Christianity remains a substantial part of her identity. She says she still checks in on her home church in Tampa, Florida, when they stream online services. She doesn't see any conflict between her work creating adult entertainment and her religious devotion, by saying, "The Lord's very forgiving, and he put me on here. He put me on earth for a reason, and I'm just living every day. If this wasn't meant for me, I wouldn't be here right now."
Wow, that is impressive, to say the least.
It really is. She's basically saying, look, if you're a devout Christian and you disagree with what I'm doing, blame Jesus. She's a genius.
I mean,
yeah, I think all the televangelists say the same thing. So, I mean, she's no different than them, and they make millions.
Oh no, she's far different from them. She's not, she's not offering forgiveness or a free pathway to God. She's just making money. I mean,
she's actually,
she does
honest.
something good with it. God bless her, because she'll be retired by 21.
Yeah.
I mean, she can retire now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one guy who's given her nearly $5 million that sure wishes she wouldn't.
Unless he wants to slap a ring on it.
I would imagine that would be a distinct possibility. I think if you're giving someone that amount of money, I can't imagine the type of expectations that come along with that.
I can't imagine how much money he has if he can just part with 5 million like that.
I think the keyword you're missing, the keyword you should be using, Raj, is had. Because it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me that was basically all his money. He sold his house, sold a business, maybe he sold a couple of kids or something. I don't know.
That would be just to be nice, just to be nice to him. That's amazing. We're in the wrong business.
Not for long.
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.